Okay, guys. Hey, this is Scott with Resisting Evil through RSP channel, reactions, sermons, and podcasts. And today I'm going to do a couple of reactions and a podcast entitled Real Racism is Really Rare and the Riots Are Being Financed. And so we're going to talk about the violence going on. There's two videos that I want to review. The first one is Joyner Lucas, I'm Not Racist. This has 138 million views in 2 years. It's an excellent video. It's done by Joyner Lucas, who is black. He raps both characters. He is not in the video, but it is his voice talking from the point of view of both a white person and a black person as far as race issues. Then we are going to review another song called If I Was Black by Macdonald. And he's white, and he's singing from his point of view on how he would feel if he's black. So we're going to look at both sides of it and then get into the racial issues and the riots and some of the things with police violence and brutality that's going on, some of the things that we're wanting to do to change things, and definitely some of the motives and the people involved in this as well. So let's get started, and here we go with Joyner Lucas, I'm Not Racist.
With all due respect, I don't have pity for you black niggas, that's the way I feel. Screaming Black Lives Matter, all the black guys rather be deadbeats than pay your bills. Yelling nigga this and nigga that, call everybody nigga and get a nigga mad. As soon as I say nigga, then everyone react and wanna swing at me and call me racist cause I ain't black.
Now, I don't know of anybody who's white that says the N-word. I don't use it. I don't think that's common at all. I don't think people feel comfortable hanging out with a black friend of mine and singing along to his rap songs. I'd have to bleep out every other word just to avoid saying the N-word, but I wouldn't say it because it's just not a word that I'll use. But anyways, his point is that they use it all the time and it's hypocritical.
Pound that then. Talking about slavery like you was around back then. Like you was picking cotton off the fucking ground back then. Like you was on the plantation getting down back then. Alright. Look. I see a black man aiming his gun, but I'd rather see a black man claiming his son. And I don't mean just for one day and you done. I mean, you still trapped in a rut. And I work my ass off and pay my taxes for what? So you can keep living off free government assistance, food stamps for your children, but you still trying to sell them for some weed and some liquor or a fucking babysitter while you party on the road cause you ain't got no fucking goals? You already late. You motherfuckers need to get your damn priorities straight. Wait. It's like you proud to be fake, but you lazy as fuck. And you rather sell drugs and get a job and be straight, and then you turn around and complain about the poverty rate.
Dang. There are a lot of people who have those complaints about African American culture and black people that are white, but I don't think that makes them racist. But I also think that there's no empathy and compassion. And sometimes as conservatives, we're independent, we take care of ourselves, we work hard, and we don't understand that everybody didn't have the same, upbringing that we did, and there's that we want to go with that tough love, like get it together like we would do with our kids, but we don't have compassion and empathy sometimes. Bring that back a little bit.
Proud to be fake, but you lazy as fuck. And you rather sell drugs and get a job and be straight, and then you turn around and complain about the poverty rate. Fuck out of my face. You can't escape problems. You can pray for some change, but can't break a dollar. Got nobody else to blame, so you blame Donald. They fuck the world with a Make America Great condom. My voice been back. I'm not racist. My sister's boyfriend's black. I'm not racist. My sister-in-law's baby cousin Tracy got a brother and his girlfriend's black. My head's in the cloud. Heard there's not enough jobs for all the men in your house. Maybe we should build a wall to keep the Mexicans out.
Okay. That's kind of funny because white people sometimes do that. Well, I'm not racist. I have a friend who's black, or I dated a black girl once, or I have a cousin, sisters, boyfriends, uncle. But I think most white people would like more close black friends and relationships with black people, but with the culture and just the way things are, that doesn't always work out. I'm going to back that up a little bit, and here we go.
Cousin Tracy got a brother and his girlfriend's black. My head's in the cloud. Heard it's not enough jobs for all the men in your house. Maybe we should build a wall to keep the Mexicans out. Or maybe we should send them all to the ghetto for now. I'm not racist, and I never lied, but I think there's a disconnect between your culture and mine. I worship the Einsteins, studied the Steve Jobs, but you ride Tupac's dick like he was a fucking god. Oh my God. And all you care about is rapping and stunting and being ratchet, and that's the nigga within you. Music rotting your brain and slowly start to convince you. Then you let your kids listen and then the cycle continues. Blame it all on the menu, blame it on those drinks, blame it on everybody except for your own race. Blame it on white privileges, blame it on white kids, and just blame it on white citizens. Aim at the vice president. Bunch of class clowns. Niggas kneeling on the field, that's a flag down. How dare you try to make demands for this money? You gon' show us some respect, you gon' stand for this country, nigga. I'm not racist. I'm just prepared for this type of war. I heard Eminem's rap at the awards. Who's he fighting for? Y'all can take that motherfucker too. He ain't white no more.
He ain't white no more. Joe Biden. Oh, you vote for Trump, you're not black. It's like, come on. Yeah, I can't. This guy's way too angry. White people aren't this angry. There's not that much anger involved in what he's talking about. This is being overportrayed a little bit, in my opinion. But the tables are going to turn in a minute.
It's like you want to be so famous. You'll do anything for attention and a little payment. I can't take you nowhere without people pointing fingers. Pants hanging off your ass. You ain't got no home training. Put your fucking pants up, nigga. Put that suit back on. Take that do-rag off. Take that gold out your mouth. Quit the pitiful stuff. And then maybe police and stop killing you fucks. So what the fuck? I'm not racist. It's like we're living in the same building but split into 2 floors. I'm not racist, but there's 2 sides to every story. I wish that I knew yours. I wish that I knew yours. I'm not racist. I swear.
I swear.
With all disrespect, I don't really like you white motherfuckers. That's just where I'm at. Screaming all lives matter is a protest to my protest. What kind of shit is that? And that's one war you'll never win. The power in the word nigga is a different sin. We shouldn't say it, but we do, and that's just what it is. But that don't mean that you can say it just cause you got nigga friends. Nigga.
He's like, you can't say it cause you got N-word friends. Oh gosh.
That word was originated for you to keep us under. And when we use it, we know that's just how we greet each other. And when you use it, we know there's a double meaning under. And even if I wasn't picking cotton physically, that don't mean I'm not infected by the history. My grandmama was a slave, that shit gets to me. And you ain't got no motherfucking sympathy, you pussy nigga. I'm sorry, you can never feel my life. Tryna have faith, but I never feel alright. It's hard to elevate when this country's ran by whites, judging me by my skin color and my blackness. Tryna find a job and ain't nobody call me back yet. Now I gotta sell drugs and put food in my cabinet. You crackers ain't slick, this is all a part of your tactics. Don't talk about no motherfucking taxes when I ain't making no dough. You think you know everything, but you don't. You wanna copy our slang and everything that we know. Try to steal black culture and make it your own. Whoa. Fuck, I'm exhausted. I can't even drive without the cops trying to start shit. I'm tired of this systematic racism bullshit. All you do is false shit. This the shit that I'm false with. And you don't know shit about my people. That's what bothers you. You don't know about no fried chicken and no...
Yeah, it's easy for us to just discount all of that and what they go through. We're not in their shoes. We don't know. We shouldn't have such a sharp anger and lack of empathy for their situation and their past, and we should be a little more understanding.
No barbecue, you don't know about the 2-step or no loose change. You don't know about no 2 chains or no Kool-Aid. You don't know. And even though Barack was half as black, you hated President Obama. I know that's a fact. You couldn't wait to get him out and put a cracker back, and then you gave us Donald Trump, and that was payback for that. I'm not racist. I never lied, but I know there's a disconnect between your culture and mine. Yeah, I praise Tupac like he was a fucking god. He was fighting for his life way before he fucking died. Nigga, die, nigga. And all you care about is money and power and being ugly, and that's the cracker within you. Hatred all in your brain and slowly start to convince you. Then you teach it to your children until the cycle continue. Blame it on Puerto Rico, blame it on OJ, blame it on everybody except for your own race. Blame it on black niggas and blame it on black citizens. Aim at the black businesses. I ain't saying I'm innocent, but I might be any day now, treating everybody how you want in any way how. I swear North Korea about to bomb us any day now, and now I'm ducking every time I hear a fucking plane now. Shit. You know I make a lot of sense, but you just can't admit it. When Eminem went against Trump, that was the illest. Cause even though he's white, he let us know he's standing with us. I'm not racist, but I cry a lot. You don't know what it's like to be in a frying pot. You don't know what it's like to mind your business and get stopped by the cops, and I know if you about to die or not. You worry about your life, so you take mine. I love you, but I fucking hate you at the same time. I wish we could trade shoes and we could change lives so we can understand each other more, but that'll take time. I'm not racist. It's like we living in the same building but split into both sides. I'm not racist. But there's two sides of every story, and now you know mine. Can't erase the scars with a bandage. I'm hoping maybe we can come to an understanding. Agree to disagree, we can have an understanding. I'm not racist.
Man, just talking and gaining that understanding is really amazing, something that should be done more often. And we are a lot more alike than we think. Even if people are angry and say words that they shouldn't, I don't think there's a deep hatred for somebody just because of the skin color that they have. I think that is a lot more rare. I think a lot of the racism that's going on is contrived and pushed and sold by the media and the Democrat Party. All right, that was Joyner Lucas. I'm not racist. I'll leave a link below to his stuff. He's really good. This thing, 139 million views. Dang. So the next one that I'm going to go to is Tom Macdonald, If I Was Black.
Would honestly always be on my mind if I was black. Probably wouldn't ever want to drive, cause if police pull me over, I might go around and die.
Wait, I'm sorry, I'm gonna start that over.
With anyone who's white, cause that slavery would honestly always be on my mind if I was black. Probably wouldn't ever want to drive, cause if police pull me over, I might go around and die. If I was black, I won't lie, I'd be scared to walk at night. The whole neighborhood is tripping like I'm out committing crimes. I'd be pissed at all these
Tom is clearly white, and to come out with a song called If I Was Black is pretty brave. He got a lot of crap for it, but I think his purpose behind it was to educate his white audience on kind of some of the stuff that he knows that black people have gone through, some of the issues, to create understanding and empathy. It's a pretty entertaining song, but he's dressed up as the Black Panther. That's pretty funny. All right, here we go. I'm going to back that up a little bit. All right.
If I was black, I won't lie, I'd be scared to walk at night. The whole neighborhood is tripping like I'm out committing crimes. I'd be pissed at all these cracker rappers singing about my life. Stole my music, stole my style, give it back, that is mine. If I was black, just look at the facts, we don't stand a chance. 1 in 3 is locked away, over half don't know they dead. See, white privilege ain't a money thing, but it's...
Dang, those statistics are true, and it's sad. That's one reason why we should have empathy. There's some wrongs done in criminal justice, and the 1994 crime bill signed by the Democrats and the Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, with mandatory minimum sentences for nonviolent drug crimes. And 3 strikes you're out. There's a lot of people who went away for a long time for minor drug offenses, and I don't think that personally that bill was fair. but it was Trump that corrected it and not Barack Obama. So let me take that back a little bit.
Is locked away, over half don't know they dead. See, white privilege ain't a money thing, but it's white people who are running things. Y'all benefit from your coloring, my pigment produce suffering. It's all white pride, white power, white lies, white houses, white guys, whitewashing. My brothers, my sisters, my culture while I'm watching. If I was black, I'd probably hate myself from they say. Racism made me racist, and I am not the one to blame. Hey, y'all won't say it to my face. In the circles you feel safe. Y'all been using words they made for us when we were slaves. Hey, wait, whoa, I know.
Dang, y'all have been using names for us for when we were slaves in your own circles. You know, hidden racism, I'm sure, does exist more than open racism. And, you know, if you are racist, shame on you. You know, we are all of one race, the human race, and that is science. Not, there's different colors, there's different pigments, and all of those were put in our DNA when we were created. And like I've said before, the Genome Project proves that we're all descendants from one man and one woman. And so the races came later, but we're all human.
I know that was long ago. If I was black, I'd want my reparation money paid. If I was black, I'd take the police, I'd take the whole clan, I'd put holes in their sheets. If I was black, I'd put gold on my teeth. So if you think I'm broke, you will know when I speak. If I was black, it's my face on a T, R.I.P. underneath, on my name next to free. If I was black, I would die in these streets just to speak in my mind because I had a dream. If I was black. If I was black, probably wouldn't ever do my taxes. Why support a government that persecute my blackness? Or pay the wage of law enforcement putting us in caskets? Or help to build the prisons that we trapped in? If I was black, I'd be mad. People glorify the trap while we dying every day fighting for everything we have. It ain't diamond chains and racks.
The trap is a term used for the hood and circumstances and getting caught up in drugs and money and getting in trouble. I think that some of that is overstated as far as, you know, the amount of people that are black people that are actually killed by the police. It's more problems with gangs. Black on black crime is a bigger issue. And if Black Lives Matter, then, you know, protest Planned Parenthood. They kill more black people than anyone else in the country. So there's a lot of inconsistencies, I think, in some of the opinions. But again, this is a white person's opinion about black culture.
People glorify the trap while we dying every day fighting for everything we have. It ain't diamond chains and racks, this a systematic plan. They put us in the ghetto, gave us HIV and crack. If I was black, I'd hate America, appropriate my character, and sell it to Caucasians who wish they were from our area.
That's true. I mean, that's one of the things that we should have understanding for, because they did push crack into black neighborhoods to create problems, and probably did purposely infect them with HIV. I don't know that that's true. I haven't seen any evidence of it, but I wouldn't doubt it. You have the Tuskegee experiment where they gave them syphilis on purpose just to see what would happen. There's been a lot of injustice. So
I was black, I wouldn't give a fuck about the greater good. My grandma can't afford a rent, yo, gentrified our neighborhood. Our lives matter so
gentrification is an issue for the inner hood. I mean, there are a lot of good things coming out of what Trump's doing with the inner cities and pumping money and creating business and opportunity zones. But just real estate companies buying up places in ghettos, in cities that poor people have traditionally lived, and then they fix up the area and then they raise the rents. And that point is valid. That happens a lot where then they can't afford the rent.
stupid. Y'all hijacking our movement. Black lives matter cause we losing. Innocent youth, the police shootings. If I was black, the only role models I'm shown is the rich black rappers pushing guns and drugs and hoes. Yeah, hey, y'all want some?
Oh man. If I was black, the only role models I'm shown are rich black rappers pushing drugs, guns, and hoes. If that's not true, that's very true. I mean, and then athletes, they have athletes, but they're rich, and some of the athletes use drugs. They're not exactly perfect either, but that statement is very true. That's been a problem in that community.
Say it to my face. In the circles you feel safe. Y'all been using words they made for us when we were slaves. Hey, wait, whoa. I know that was long ago. If I was black, I'd want my reparation money paid. If I was black, I'd take the police, I'd take the whole clan, I put holes in their sheets. If I was black, I would gold on my teeth. So if you think I'm broke, you will know when I speak. If I was black, it's my face on a T, R.I.P. underneath, on my name next to free. If I was black, I would die in these streets just for speaking my mind because I had a dream. If I was black, you'd attack when I...
That chorus is really good. I don't know about the gold on the teeth thing, but I do see a lot of the T-shirts with somebody's name and RIP or their name, free so and so, because there are a lot of blacks that are incarcerated. But I do think that Martin Luther King, as far as freedom and standing up for your rights. I mean, yeah, you may be white, but there's a reason why a lot of people are protesting for George Floyd. That is genuine. A lot of the riots aren't genuine, and I'm going to talk about that here in a little bit, but we'll finish this song up.
Say I'm proud cause you're mad that you ain't allowed. If I was black, y'all ever tried to take me down, one fist in the air, I would stay my ground. If I was black, I'd take the police, I'd take the whole clan, I'd put holes in their sheets. If I was black, I would gold on my teeth. So if you think I'm broke, you will know when I speak. If I was black, it's my face on a T, R.I.P. underneath, on my name next to free. If I was black, I would die in these streets just for speaking my mind because I had a dream. If I was black.
Video by Nova Rockefeller. If I was black, and I'm gonna shut that down. Second. All right. Anyways, that I like that song. It's interesting. I don't agree with everything. I don't agree with reparations. I think there's a crap ton of white people that hate the Ku Klux Klan just as much as black people do. You'd probably put holes in their sheets too. We don't tolerate that. Open white supremacy. That's not a big issue. I mean, I don't know of any white supremacists. I don't know of any white supremacist groups. The KKK is not around anymore. If they are, they're hidden, and if they're in the open, they better stay hidden because, racism shouldn't be tolerated. You shouldn't be hurting people just because of the color of their skin or where they're from, because you got a color of your skin. Black people attacking white people and hating on white people for the color of their skin is just as wrong. And that happens too. And nobody talks about it. It's, oh, well, you're white, so no big deal. White people get called cracker. They get called a white boy, gringo. And we don't care. I mean, a lot of white people wear that as a badge of honor. They don't care. Just because we don't care as much doesn't mean it's not as bad. And saying the N-word, when they say it to other people, it's fine. But I'm not going to say it just because it was disrespectful. And you've got to respect people. Now, as far as racism in general in America, it's being pushed, and I think people are so much less racist than you would think. I was a video of a guy at a Trump rally who was black, who hated Trump and was a Democrat, and this reporter had a ticket and convinced him to go in there. He's like, "Oh, I don't know if that'd be safe. I don't know." And everybody was so loving and supporting of this black man, even though he disagreed and he was a Democrat. They were all, "Come in here, get in front of me, take my spot. How are you?" And he was shocked that he got that kind of warm reception. And I think the stereotypes of what the media does, what the media says, is a lot it's different than in real life. You can't listen to mainstream media if you want to know the truth, because they have an agenda, and that agenda is keep people divided. George Soros said that he was going to try to cause a race war because he felt like black people were easily manipulated, and this issue with George Floyd being killed in the way that he was and on video is horrific. And the officer deserves to be punished for that. And one of the problems that I think Trump could address to reform and help things better for everybody is to change back the use of force policy that went from equal force a few years ago, before Obama changed it, to you can kill somebody if you fear for your life. And since then, the police were killing maybe 400 civilians, and now it's like 12 to 1,400. And some of them are unarmed and shot in the back, or shot through the windshield because they didn't stop their car perfect, or just whatever. And so it gave them way too much leeway on how to deal with people. Eric Gardner, who was selling cigarettes, they didn't even tell him, like, "Here, you're under arrest. Turn around and put your hands behind your back." He's like, what? And they just jump on him and tackle him without saying you're under arrest. They just tackle him, and they got him in a chokehold, and they killed him. And the other problem that exists, not just the use of force policy, but the issue of mock trials. And if you read our Declaration of Independence, one of the complaints against King George was that the soldiers would be allowed to kill the colonists, and they would be protected through mock trials. And so what would happen is these soldiers would get mad and shoot some colonist in the back and kill them. And then they would arrest the soldier and they put him through a trial, but it was all designed to get him off scot-free. It wasn't a serious thing. And what I've seen with a lot of officers who are charged with the crime in Albuquerque, the guys that killed the homeless camper, they shot him dead with an AR-15 when he was coming with them. They attack him with the attack dog and hit him with a flashbang grenade. So he pulls out a knife to keep the dog off of him. And because he had a knife and he was in some kind of proximity to the dog trainer, who shouldn't have never sicked the dog on him, they just plugged him full of AR-15 bullets and killed him. And when an officer is charged, you have a situation where the judge, the defending attorney, the prosecuting attorney, the officer, all work for the city that they're located in, that municipality, and they have a financial interest in seeing that the officer is not convicted, because there probably will be a lawsuit coming through. And so what I've seen is they either stack the jury, or they get the judge that they want, and go for a bench trial, and all these officers are being acquitted, and some of them are pretty heinous. There's the homeless guy in California that they beat to death on camera for like 20-30 minutes. He's crying out for his dad, and he died, and those guys got off. So I think one of the reforms that can be made in this area is to have a special prosecutor from out of state, or take the whole case out of state, but you can't have financial interest involved in it. And you can't let, 5 guys on the same team create this mock trial and make sure that the officers are acquitted, which it happens a lot. And so I think those two things would make a huge difference. But as far as the amount of white people that hate black people and the amount of officers that actually kill black people, it's very, very rare. The largest killer of black people in America is abortion. Go riot and burn down Planned Parenthood. Go protest Planned Parenthood, because they put Planned Parenthood in black communities. And Margaret Sanger, who founded Planned Parenthood, was part of the KKK. She was like a eugenist, racist, and wanted to get rid of all blacks. I mean, she was horrible. And they put Planned Parenthood community centers in black neighborhoods on purpose, and encouraged, black abortion and abortion of minority kids. And that's awful. And then you look at this Mayor Lightfoot in Chicago, who looks like a freaking Beetlejuice head, shrunken head Beetlejuice. She's ridiculous. Telling people to stay home or you'll get treated like a criminal. But there's so many criminals in Chicago that the amount of killing, black on black killing, and how many people die in Chicago every year. And a lot of that is gun control. The citizens of Chicago abide by the gun control laws. They don't have guns. The criminals get them. They'll always get them through surrounding states or through whatever means. And they're just going to town and killing, and there's all kinds of violence. So, if you do care about black culture in America and black people, then Chicago, there's a lot of issues to get involved with. And white people do care. I care. I don't think there's any difference between, Americans in the hood and Americans in the trailer park. We are being sabotaged by big government, our own government, Democrat Party, globalism, as far as taking our opportunities away, as far as taking our freedom of speech away, as far as undue, ridiculous laws that, that people who are poor get caught and automatically are always prosecuted for dumb, stupid stuff. But then we see the rich politician who broke the law openly, like Hillary Clinton, go free. And these guys who lied to Congress, they go free. This stuff isn't cool. But blatant, real racism of white people hating black people is just extremely, extremely rare. And if you come out, you show me a white racist, I'll get up in their face, I'll tell them off. I don't like it. It's the Christians who pushed for emancipation of the slaves. It's a Republican Party. It's Lincoln who pushed for the emancipation of the slaves. Martin Luther King was a Republican. And if you go back and look at who voted for the Civil Rights Act, it was nearly 100% Republicans that voted for it and 100% Democrats who voted against. Robert Byrd, the senator from North or South Carolina, was a KKK Grand Master. And Hillary Clinton made the comment about blacks being super predators that need to be made to heal. And then Joe Biden, these people are the racists. And that deception that somehow Trump is racist. Well, yeah, you may not like his border policy, but it's there to benefit, poorer communities, to make jobs more available for Americans and not for people who just snuck in illegally. It's not that we don't like Hispanic or Mexicans in this country. We love them. And I want more of them. I really would like for us to finance a legal method. If people save up so much money, then we make the process for them to come here free. And they keep that money to get started with. And we vet the bad ones, but having an open border with sex human trafficking, having an open border with terrorism, with diseases and pestilence that can come through, people from China. I mean, one of the largest illegal immigrant groups is women from China. They're coming here to have their babies here so they can claim citizenship and have us pay for it. And they're being sex trafficked too. All of the massage parlors around the country are probably Chinese women that have been trafficked over here. I mean, sex trafficking, human trafficking, drugs, crime, the cartels, all of these things are dangerous. And when Trump said that, rapists, oh, you're racist, you're saying all Mexicans are rapists. No, there are 75,000, I looked it up, illegal immigrants of, I don't know what nationality, but 75,000 of them in federal custody for sexual assault. We need to protect our women. There's reasons for these things. There's reasons for limiting who can come in our country and who can't. But these riots, they're not genuine. They're not, they are being financed. They are being paid for. Antifa is being sponsored by George Soros, and they're putting bricks. Pallets of bricks were delivered all over the country where these people were going to be protesting, and bottles of gasoline, and a cop just got lit on fire, and several police have been killed. And yeah, I don't blame some black people for when the looting starts and it's, you don't have a lot of money. I don't agree with that. I think it's wrong. But the real violence and the burning and the stuff, it's white people. It's not black, it's white. You look at a lot of these, and a lot of it is these Antifa white people who are liberal, beta male, went to college, got indoctrinated, millennial, live at home in their mom's basement types, that they get to feel strong and tough, and they just don't realize that they're barking up the wrong tree. And Trump supporters own 80% of the guns in this country. Do you really want to mess with us? And we're not. Most men who are alpha male types, they're more likely to be conservative and vote for Trump. The beta male are the ones that are liberal and vote for Democrats. And so we don't want a civil war, but it's being done to hurt economies of certain states. The COVID-19, I believe, was done on purpose, and I'll probably address that in a different podcast. But man, let's get along. Candace Owens is so awesome. She is so smart, and has a really good story. There are a lot of people who are waking up to the fact that the Republicans voted for civil rights. The Republicans voted for the Voting Rights Act. That the Republicans have supported them, and they've gotten a bad deal through the media. Look at what Trump just himself has done. Did Obama pardon or commute the sentence, lifelong sentence of that sweet lady for selling drugs who had been behind bars for 30 years? No. Kim Kardashian asked Obama to do it, and he did. I mean, Trump to do it, and he did it. Trump pardoned that heavyweight boxer who's wrongfully accused. Trump has spent hundreds of billions of dollars. He doubled funding for black colleges. He spent hundreds of billions of dollars on these inner city investment, opportunity investment zones with Ben Carson. That program is amazing. And there's a reason why black unemployment is the lowest that it's ever been under Trump. And it should be, but we need to develop an understanding. We need to come together. White people, there's a lot of reasons to be angry with a lot of things, but I do think that we need to be more understanding and empathetic to what black people have gone through. You didn't go through that, they did. And we want to win them over. We want them to become Republicans. And the Blexit movement and Blacks for Trump has grown. We could end up getting 30 to 40% of the black vote for Trump and he deserves it. He deserves to have them vote for him because he did stuff, actual stuff. Criminal justice reform and the Second Step Act was huge. I mean, it's let tons of people who are just languishing away in prison over nonviolent drug crimes 20 years ago. Let them get on with their lives and empty our prisons and save us taxpayers money. Trump's building the wall. He's going to protect us. This COVID thing was absolutely ridiculous. I believe it was a hoax. I don't think it's strong at all. I don't wear a mask. Let's see. Hang on.